Hi everybody, hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to my channel. I gotta say, today was not a particularly fun day for me. Kind of had some weird anxiety, panic attack kind of things, but I must say I'm so happy to be here just to play with some makeup and have fun. I am just going to play with some newer things that I purchased, all drugstore. And at least all the new things are drugstore, and I just kind of want to see how they go. See how they go, see how they do, see how they act and behave and all that. Now, I placed an e.l.f. order because, yes, I did purchase that Chipotle e.l.f. palette. I was just kind of interested to see how well that will actually do. I'm in, testing mode of her right now. But I wanted to grab another bite size, but this is from their Mint collection. I think Mint Melt is what they called the collection. This one in particular is called the say that 10 times fast, I certainly can't. Mint Melt Eyeshadow Mine to Be is this one. They have another one that I believe has 3 neutrally brown shades and then one kind of a lighter green shade. But of course, your girl going for all the color. So this is what we are going to play with on the eyes. And then I think I'm going to maybe add some nice black liner and then maybe put in some cute little flowers or something. Add some little details. I've just been loving my details. I love being extra. I've just been living that best life. But first I do want to prime up my skin. I know I've mentioned this primer before. This is the Neutrogena Prep and Correct Primer in Brightening. I like putting on my face primer before I start kind of my eye work, just because I think it gives the face primer a really good amount of time to kind of work into the skin, meld with the skin, really become one, and do all the lovely things that a primer is supposed to do for you, whether it be go into those pores, fill up those pores, or like this one, brighten up my skin, or help kind of any redness or correction, whatever it may be. But I really enjoy this Neutrogena primer. I would like to try, I think the green one is the redness reducing, but I like this brightening one quite a lot. Now, I am before my eyeshadow because I will always, if I'm doing a semi-detailed eye look, always do my eyes first. I do not want anything coming down on my face. Any eyeshadow or fallout coming down on my face. So I'm going to prime my lids with some Milani eyeshadow primer. All right, and there we have it. Our primer is on our face and our lids. Now I do like how this quad is set up, where we have a little bit of a deeper green, a lighter green, both are shimmer, and then similarly a light green and a deeper green, a very mossy kind of deep green for our deepest tone. I think I'm gonna kind of go for a very normal seeming eye, just in the sense of we're gonna probably start with that lighter green in the transition, throw that darker green in the crease, and then just build the shimmers onto the lid, just because I think I'm gonna use more of different kind of liners to play and add some more of that fun detail work. So we're gonna start off. One thing that's really nice about e.l.f. orders, when you order online, they usually give you freebies if you spend over $25. I believe it's $15 for free shipping, but $25, and you get 2 extra free items. I got this lovely, I think they just call it a crease brush. Let's check it out. Yep, they just call this a crease brush. So I got a crease brush from them. I do like e.l.f. brushes. I think they are nice. I think they do the job. They are cheap feeling, but as long as it gets the job done, I certainly don't care. So I am going to pop into that lighter green and kind of build that all up in my transition area. The light green matte. All right, so I have that light green all throughout my transition and a bit into my crease, and it's definitely a very light green. It almost is basically white, kind of with the cast. But I think definitely adding in this deeper green into the crease, we will help to really bring out some more of that green tone. So I'm gonna pop in the green right into the crease. So I've added in the green, the deeper green matte, and I kind of did a little bit of almost a wing shape with the eyeshadow just to help bring my eye up a bit. So on this crease brush, I just kind of tapped along here with the deeper shade and then just kept blending it out and diffusing out my edges, tapping in between a little bit of that deeper color and the lighter color, just so I can get a really nice, pretty soft blend, but you can still see the depth of that deeper color of the green on that outer kind of border. Now I'm gonna go in with the shimmer and I'm going to place the deeper green kind of on this main outer half, probably even going in more into the 2/3 kind of area. So basically majority of my lid, I'm gonna go in with the green because I really want this to be more of a bright kind of green look than just like a mint. I mean, it is mint, but I really want the green to come through because I think when you look at this eye, you can't necessarily tell it's green. It almost has like a blue cast, a gray cast. It's not super green, but I think with the shimmers built in there, it will help to kind of give us all that green look. So I am just gonna go in on my finger. I was kind of playing with these shimmers before, and this deeper green shimmer did seem to kind of do best when applied with the finger. So I'm just gonna tap on and see what she's got. And yes, it does seem to be a pretty flaky kind of shimmer. It's not, it has some smoothness once you kind of rub your finger into the pan, but as you apply, you can tell that it is definitely a bit more of kind of a crumblier shimmer texture. I think I'm gonna wanna go on those outer corners again with the deeper matte and kind of pack that over some of the shimmer just so that we have a bit more depth in the corner, because the shimmer shade doesn't have a whole lot of depth in itself. It's a bit just kind of this green Tinkerbell kind of color, and that's it. It doesn't really have more to it, and I usually like shimmers that have a bit more of complexity or depth to them because it does make it easier when applying the shades. You kind of just have to put one shade and boom, your eye look is done. This is a little bit more finicky, but I mean, this little palette was only $4, so what can you say? What can you say? Now on the most inner part of my eye, I'm gonna go in with the lightest shade, which does feel a little bit creamier and perhaps is a bit smoother. Still kind of flaky looking though. Still a little flaky. Pretty colors though. Now I'm gonna take that lightest shade more on the fluffy brush and kind of put that under my brow, but it is pretty flaky, so don't do too much. I just want a nice hit of the shimmer under the brow as well. But yeah, not my favorite formula, that's for sure, but it works. It's functional. You know, it's functional. All right, with this, I am going to put on a bit of liner, although I think I probably should do the rest of my face because I'm not sure how far out my liner will do. So let's do some face next. I am going to go in and use this really thin foundation from NYX. This is called the Total Control Pro Drop Foundation. Lasting lightweight sheer to medium coverage with a demi-matte finish that looks true to skin. It features an easy-to-use glass dropper for customizable application. Then it shows on the side that if you do 2 drops, it's sheer, 3 drops, medium, and 4 drops, full. I'm assuming they'd probably want you, to use a brush with this foundation because of how thin it is, but you know your girl, she ain't used no brushes for her foundation. I'm gonna use my little blender. Also, the packaging on here, this shows light, and when you look at the bottle, it's a completely different color than what this packaging is, so that's not super cool to me. If I'm in the store and I pick this up and I'm expecting this kind of deeper shade, that's not what you're getting. At least I think these look very different, but I know that can be an issue. But I ordered this online, so we will see how much it works. Now, it said 2 drops and I will get sheer coverage and 3 for medium. So let's just put 3 drops. We'll do 1 on the forehead, 1 on each cheek. And let's see with a beauty blender, or this is just my Real Technique sponge, what this little 3 drops can do. To me, I feel like these 3 drops are going to be much more sheer, but I do like a very nice lightweight foundation. I think a lot of people are gravitating more towards just wearing concealer in their everyday to-day life and not worrying too much about foundation. I think people are opening up a little bit more to not having to worry. You know, everybody's got acne, everybody has different types of skin issues or problems, or maybe they don't even want to consider them problems, blemishes, whatever. We don't always have to cover up everything. Okay, that was a very, very sheer coverage for me. I'm gonna go in with a couple more drops and kind of build it up, and we'll see how many I end up using. All right, so this was about, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is probably about 9 drops of the foundation, and I definitely can see coverage with this. It's definitely a light coverage, but I think on top I'm just gonna do my regular concealer from Maybelline, Age Rewind. Where you at? Where you at? She over here? Right in front of my face. So I'm going to just do concealer under the eyes, around my nose, any kind of blemishes, and we will try to get most of our coverage from the concealer. All right, that is a nice pair. I definitely think it's more of a matte foundation. I know it's a demi matte, but it's not super demi matte to me. This feels a bit more just matte, which is not my favorite. I've been liking foundations that are a bit dewier, but I don't mind it. I don't think this is too bad with everything that I'm going to put on top for, you know, lovely highlighter purposes. I think this will all work out for us just fine. So I am going to go and set my under eyes. All right, so I've added on a good bit of my face. I've been loving this Mulan Matchmaker blush from ColourPop. That's on my cheeks, along with the lovely Light Lock Fluid from About Face Beauty, my favorite product in the line thus far. And I really like the bronzer from e.l.f. This lovely contour palette has seen many a good day. She has been used. I also used my Almay Brow Styler in my brows, and I think that's all I have done. I am going to now tightline and use, this is the Shockwave Neon Liner from LA Girl. Although this is just in black. I think it's Blackout. Is that the name of this one? Yes, Blackout. I'm going to line my inner rim and the top, and then we're gonna smudge it out a bit. Now I think black with this mint is such a beautiful combination. So I'm just going to use the matte shades on the bottom lower lash line. I'm going to start with the deepest green shade and put that kind of more on the outer half of my eye here, and then move in and use that lighter green. But just going to really try to kind of smudge that black liner and that green together. Ooh, some real nice smokiness under there. I am liking that. Now I'm going to go in on the top, and I am going to line with a nice black liner. This is the Fee liner from Ava Beauty. Gonna go in and just give me a nice solid wing. All right, so I've added that very dramatic black liner. I think I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna use some JD Glow Cosmetics. This is a very bright kind of green liner. I'm going to use this along with some of About Face's matte fluid eye paint, and this is in White Noise. And I'm probably gonna end up mixing them together. Using my hand as a little palette here, and then I actually am going to use a dotting tool. Now, dotting tools normally are used for nail purposes, but this is a perfect tool to use to dot on little details as well, like flower petals. So I'm going to mix together a nice little minty shade here for some flowers. Now, sometimes the dotting tool doesn't work as well if the product itself is a little thick. So you just want to make sure you kind of get the right consistency and you get it on the dotting tool kind of where you think would it best be. Because that looks a little sloppy, but that's all right. This is just makeup. Nobody's judging you for how your little liner details are looking. So just mixing together to create that mint shade and using that to create little flowers here. And there, that one definitely got a better consistency. And you can see the circles of the dotting tool a little better. And then I think I'm gonna add one more flower. And then I'm going to use just white noise as the little dot in the middle. That one flower did not turn out super cute. Like I said, it's no big deal. It's just for fun. Just gonna copy the same thing on the other eye. Now, one thing I'm gonna do, because I kind of want this brightest shade to pop a little more now that I have the flowers on and they're a bit more of that light green, I'm going to wet my brush and try this lighter shimmer shade wet and maybe attempt a little bit of a slight cut crease just in the beginning portion of my eye. Just want to see if that will be possible or not with this shimmer. It might not work out the way I want it to, but I would like to try. And now we can kind of just see the difference between the two eyes. This one I've added a bit more and kind of opens up my eye a little bit, and this one's a little closed, especially for how thick my liner is. I want to make sure that it looks like my eye and my lid space is more than what it actually is, kind of faking this cut crease of where my crease actually is on my eye. Now that inner corner I really kind of got poppin'. I'm going to take the matte shade and just slightly bring in some of that depth. Super cute, very fun. I know these flowers on this side are larger than the ones over here, but you know, that's okay, that's what it is. You know, I am not looking for perfection, I'm just here having fun. Maybe I'll make this one a little bit bigger. And then I'm just going to add some mascara and we will close it on out. I am trying a new mascara though, so we'll see how she works. Now I've curled up my lashes and I have heard so many people rave about this Essence Lash Princess mascara. It is a false lash effect mascara. It is not waterproof, and y'all know that I am searching for a drugstore mascara that doesn't drop my curl. So I've curled my lashes and I am going to put this mascara on and let's see what happens to my lashes. Definitely getting some great length out of the mascara. But that curl, honey, that curl, she gone already. She's gone, she's gone, she's gone. But I'm really impressed with the length. All right, now if that mascara, which gave me great length, but if this mascara could have held a curl, this would have been award-winning. Like, the length on my lashes is fantastic. It's just the curl is not holding. I've had to kind of hold and prop up my lashes here, hoping that they will stay a bit curled, but I'm impressed with the length. Definitely looks really nice on the lower lashes too. I'm not sure if it will smudge, but I do really enjoy the lengthening quality of this mascara. Can understand definitely the hype behind it if you do not have a problem with like your curl dropping, or if that's not something you're super interested in, but I'm impressed. It doesn't work exactly how I would love it to, but that doesn't mean that it is not a good mascara for others. Now, lastly, I've been wanting to try this lifter gloss. I've seen a lot of people really like this. This is by Maybelline. It has a real big doe foot, which reminds me a lot of the doe foots on ColourPop's Luxe Gloss, kind of a very large doe foot. Don't mind mine. That is all gunked up with other colors. I just love this gloss. This is the Glacier gloss that Rob Beauty Christie did with ColourPop, but this is the lifter gloss with hyaluronic acid aside. Oh yeah, that was hyaluronic acid in a different, or hyaluronic acid in a different language. This is just an 01 Pearl, which I think will be just fine with our lip or with our eyes today, is to have a nice shiny pearly lip to play off of all the shiny on our lid. Real easy. I ain't gonna do nothing else with the lips. Really beautifully feeling gloss. Smells nice too. Kind of a sweet bakery kind of caramely scent to it, but I really like the texture. Is soft, doesn't really feel gritty. There is quite a lot of spring just when trying to kind of close it. You really have to use a bit of force. I do like when closures kind of click. That's always nice, just because then I know that it is officially, you know, together. So beyond my lashes, wanting them to have a bit more curl, I am pretty pleased. I think it is fun. I really enjoy kind of the little flowers and the daintiness of it. I think this is a beautiful kind of spring look to it with this minty green. I think this came out more in winter though, but I am here for it. I love me a good green. It definitely gives me a lot of smoke sessions vibes, which is one of my first, or it's, I think my first makeup video that I did on YouTube, so it gives me little sentimental feels. Definitely a very similar color palette where that is concerned, but this one is much cheaper. It's only $4, and I got a pretty decent payoff with that lightest shade when I wet the brush. It's still flaky when it comes to shimmers, nothing super soft, not like a Natasha Denona or Pat McGrath or Kaleidos, nothing like that, but it does the trick. For $4, $1 a shadow, I ain't mad at it, not at all. I really just wanted to kind of have fun, play with some new makeup. I hope you guys all enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys are all doing well. Let me know below if you've tried anything from this mint collection, or if you like this gloss. Now that it's kind of on my lips, maybe it's not tingling, but feels maybe like it's pulling in that moisture. I don't know. Maybe it's me just being crazy, but I have enjoyed myself. I always love putting on makeup and just kind of doing something that helps get my creative juices going, because it's just truly what I love to do. I really love creating, and I love sharing it with you all. So thank you so much for being here, and I hope to see you on the next one. And wherever you are and whatever you may be doing, I hope you are able to do something you love every single day. All right, bye guys.